Hi everyone, Justin Arzadon from IntelligentLifter.fit, and today we're here with Tyson Brown.
Hey guys.
He's been in the business for the past 5 years. He's a personal trainer and he trains and coaches at Fitness First in Newtown. We're going to ask him a few questions, get to know him a little better, and then we'll head out to the gym area and get some action shots and do some exercising there. Now, Tyson, just wondering, how would you describe your philosophy about being fit and healthy?
So my philosophy, the way I see it is, it's got to be ingrained in your life. Like, people always see it as I've got to be, like, they see it as a burden on their life as opposed to something that you should have ingrained, because if you have health and fitness ingrained in your life, it's going to be able to help you with all other areas, and it's going to be more congruent as opposed to seeing it as something that you're not going to be doing like for the rest of your life. So it's more of a congruency is the way that I see it.
And tell the people, how did you actually get started creating your passion into the profession that you do today?
So when I was younger, it was actually funny. Like, the reason I started lifting obviously was when I was younger, I was with my friends and we wanted to pick up girls. So what do you think? You want to try and lift some weights.
Just like every other guy.
Every other guy out there, yeah. And so I just really, really started enjoying it, and I started researching a lot about it. And I'd always tell friends and family like all these cool little facts. And like, why don't you do personal training? And I always thought about it, but at the same time I was like, oh yeah, it's not a real job. It's kind of something you do on the weekend or something like that. And then, I don't know, one day I had the money, like I was saving up for something, and I thought I might as well go and do my personal training certification. And I realised that I could take it to a full-time career, and so I've been doing it for a couple of years now and just been really, really enjoying it. It wasn't a hard transition, because I realised once I actually got that certificate, it's what I wanted to do, and I kind of just went to jump straight into it.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. And any of your other friends join you, or are you the only one that out of your friends that pursued it?
No, actually, one of my best mates, he's actually doing it too. He's doing it part-time, and it's good because we always ring each other and talk to each other about different methods. And now I've actually got another friend who's really interested in doing it, and he's ringing me all the time. Oh, Tyson, what's your opinion on this? Because I've got this opinion. It's really good to actually have friends now to brainstorm with about that stuff too. Yeah, so it's cool.
No, that's great. Now, if you had to define all that you do in a title, what would you say?
I think I would say lifestyle coach, because I don't, yes, I do teach you how to lose fat, and I do teach you how to eat better and all those type of things, but it doesn't just fall under like a health coach or anything like that, because you're changing your whole lifestyle about it, so I'm ingraining habits you're going to have for your life, whether it's with health, with fitness, eating right, all those areas, and it's not just in the gym. Like I said, from my philosophy, I don't like seeing it just as one part. It's got to be congruent in your life. So it's changing all these little habits that you've had. Like, you could be, once you start exercising, everything else, obviously, it will start taking a change. So it's just changing that lifestyle, and that's what I like to see it as.
Right. Tell me about your specialties in terms of fitness and exercise.
So my specialties are free weights and fat loss. So when it comes to free weights, I believe very, very minimally you should be using machines for anything. Like, yes, there is a place for it if you're injured or if you're a bodybuilder or anything like that, but I focus more on helping people lose weight, gain confidence, and look nice and toned, and all that can be coming from free weights, and it's the most functional thing you're going to be able to do. Because if you can do a deadlift in the gym, or if you can do a squat or things like that, you're going to be able to carry over into other areas of your life. Like, you might lift a heavy couch, you know how to use that correct technique, squatting down. And then when it comes to weight loss, well, obviously, the better you feel, the better you look, it's just going to resonate from you, right? And that's what my specialties are.
And then you'll be able to pick up the girl or guy.
Exactly. You'll be able to pick up the people whenever you want.
Excellent. What's your favorite quote or mantra you can't live without?
Now, that's a good question. There's a few that I got stuck with, and I think the biggest one is, why not today? So it's kind of a quote I made up for myself, because probably people have said it before, but always people are like, okay, I'm just going to wait till New Year's, or I'm going to wait until next week to do it. But like, why not do it today? So and I always still catch myself doing it, because I was like, okay, I'm going to start, I want to start trying experiments in different diets, and I want to start within the new year. And I'm like, well, I've still got 2 months. Why not just start today? And it's the faster you start, the better results you're going to see, the quicker results you're going to see, and you're not going to have that long time span for actually just planning for tomorrow. Just take action today with whatever you have to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that's a good tip. That's one of the reasons I refuse to make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
I'll make a New Year's resolution if it's New Year's Day.
Yeah.
But we're only into November.
Yeah.
My resolution starts tomorrow.
Exactly.
If I can't start it today. Right?
Exactly.
Who or what gives you the most inspiration?
So there's a couple of people who give me a lot of inspiration. One of the guys' his name's Zach Evanish, and he's over in America, and he is a strength coach. And just his passion and commitment to the industry I take a lot of it from like what he teaches, and I like to apply to my own clients. And his the way his outlook on life, it's very, very, like my type of mentality, like go for it now, attack the day, do all those type of things. That is very inspiring for me to go out there and kind of just push myself and motivate myself. And then also, you've got people like Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's people who have just done what people say you can't do, and they've just shown everybody else that, I can do it. I can do whatever I want. Like, if as long as your mindset's determined, you're going to be able to get there, and that's what really inspires me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Everything that he's set out to do, he's actually achieved it and done more.
Yeah, gone more, exactly. Yeah.
Now picture this: you're living your most perfect day. What does that look like?
So for my most perfect day, it would be waking up obviously about 5:30, 6. So I'm always an early riser. I like to be up, getting stuff done in my day. And so it's always waking up early, giving myself an hour to myself just to flesh out the day, plan out, get refreshed. And then it would be like going to exercise straight away, but it wouldn't be heavy weight training. It would be, a light cardio session, maybe a run, maybe going to do some rowing, something to get me really energized.
Yep.
After that, it would just be working for a good chunk of my day, working till from about maybe 8 till 2 or 3. And then that's when I'd go back into the gym, have a good workout, it'd be my weights workout, and then settle it down for this afternoon, catch up with some friends, and just really, really ease into the night, nice and quiet.
And how does a typical day look like? Is it much different, or does it pretty much go that way?
At the moment, it's half-half. So usually I'm waking up, at the moment I wake up a little bit early, I wake up at 4 o'clock, and I still have my hour to myself where I just kind of structure myself for the day. But I don't get exercise straight away because obviously I've got to get to clients and things like that, so that's not too much of a drama. And then I work a good chunk of my day, which is good. Have my workout in the afternoon, which I always really like. I've always found out that usually about 8 to 10 hours after I wake up, that's a good time to hit the weights, and I always make sure I have time for my own training. And then the night, it's still pretty hectic with work at the moment, so it's halfway there, but it's not all the way there.
Right.
Yeah.
And they say nutrition is, nutrition is actually the most important part of your workout routine.
Yep.
Your muscles, 80% of it's built in the kitchen.
Abs are made in the kitchen, yeah.
Exactly, abs are made in the kitchen. Can you let the people know, I guess, what's your typical meal look like? First thing when you wake up, morning, lunch, supper, what would you have as a snack in between meals? And then what would you have for almost like a cheat meal?
Okay, cool. All right, so at the moment, it's a little bit funny because I'm actually experimenting, like I said, about diet. I'm experimenting with intermittent fasting. So I'm actually not eating until about 2 or 3 o'clock. But let's say I was, before I was intermittent fasting, usually a breakfast would be, people are going to think I'm kind of weird because I'll have 2 different breakfasts. So one breakfast, like let's say Monday morning, it would actually be steak and veggies for my breakfast. Or the other morning, it would be yogurt and muesli. I always like to swap up the 2. After that, usually I'll sit around till about 10 or 11 o'clock and then I'll have a snack. That will be tuna with some veggies, especially sweet potato. I love my sweet potato. And that's usually the same for either day. And then for lunchtime, it's usually lunchtime's after my workout. So lunchtime's kind of a late lunch for me at 3 o'clock. And I'll have veggies, usually a fast-acting carb like white rice because I've just had a workout, and obviously simple carbohydrates after a workout are the best thing for you. So I'll have rice and I'll have protein, and I'll usually have some oats after that, like all together too. And the meat will vary between red meat or fish or chicken. Then for dinner, it's probably my biggest meal of the day actually, and it's just literally like a whole bowl full of veggies, just cooked veggies with some type of protein. And then for dessert, which is usually my cheat meal, I believe in the 80-20 rule. So always about 20%, or for my case about 10% in the night time, is a little bit of chocolate with some yogurt. Or if I'm doing really good for about, like, if I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm just being really clean for like a month straight, I always like to go out for dinner. Like, just if it's going to be a cheat meal, it's going to be a good cheat meal. It's not all this crappy food.
Yep.
So I might be going to get some Lebanese or Thai food or something that is still very, very calorie dense and really tastes good, but it's not, you know, like something like McDonald's or KFC or things like that. Yeah.
Sounds delicious. You're making me hungry right now. Actually, it's interesting that you bring up intermittent fasting. It's something that I've been trying myself. I actually wait 16 hours between dinner and my meal the following day. Is that how many hours you wait, or are you doing 24 hours, or how does your intermittent fasting working?
At the moment, I'm doing between 16 and 18. Just depends on my day, right? So at the moment, it's like today. So like today, I stopped eating at 8 p.m. last night, and it's now 1:25. I'll probably wait till about 2 or 3 o'clock, depending on how I feel, and then I'll eat. There's no certain hour that I'm doing. I'm not saying it's 16 or it's 18. It's just whenever I'm going to be able to get it in.
Yeah.
So, but I do enjoy it. Like, I feel like I have my workouts.
Yeah.
I feel like I can get a better pump when I have a workout.
Right.
And during the day, I'm not stressing myself, like trying to eat and then going to see clients in the morning. I can kind of wake up, have my green tea, and then I'll go straight to maybe we'll do that for the next interview. Talk about intermittent fasting. Yeah, people have to experiment, right? Because it's just not going to work for everyone. It's not some crazy tool that's going to, get you ripped or lean or anything like that. It just works because it's around my lifestyle, and that's what I like. So you guys have got to think about, Tyson does this or Justin's doing it too, but is it going to fit around your lifestyle? Because if you're working and you're trying to, you've only got like 8 hours or 6 or 4 hours and you can't eat all that food, well then it's not going to work for you. So don't stress, there's no secret formula.
And what's your favorite beverage to drink throughout the day? Besides water, we all like to make sure we have enough water, but is there any other beverages that you drink?
I'll probably have green tea twice a day, right? And that kind of just helps keep me like full, I guess. But apart from that, I am just a really big water drinker. Hey, like people say, how do you like what should I be drinking? And really, it's water. Like water's the nutrient of life, and I don't have a problem with drinking. I don't get bored of it. I just really enjoy it. Maybe once in a blue moon, I'll get cravings for a Coke Zero or Pepsi Max because I just want that tingly feeling. But I haven't had a fizzy drink or a juice or anything like that in so long.
No, stay away from the juice.
Yeah,
Too much sugar.
It's not as healthy as you guys think.